What's going on, awesome people? So as I continue to document my feelings, my thoughts, my heartache, my joy, um, I've reached a little point right here in South Beach that is called Meridian Avenue, which is actually the street that we live in. And my dad always loved this street because of the lining of these trees and how it reminded him of Khiyabun Pastor to Iran. So first of all, I just wanted to kind of share that. It's a beautiful street, and there's like a little mist of rain, which is beautiful. There's a beautiful rainbow, massive rainbow that I've never seen before, that's so big and so clear and so close. I saw this one butterfly just fly in front of me. You know, I think when people lose their loved ones, they truly are with us in a different form. It's crazy. I don't know if it's just what we like to kind of see to or say to ourselves to make ourselves feel better, but man, I'm a huge believer of it now. And today is a day of the celebration of love that we're having, and I have to give my eulogy. And I've been trying to figure out exactly what to write and what to say to make sure that I honor my dad properly. And then I came to the conclusion that the best thing that I can be doing in these few minutes is to kind of share all the most special, most valuable, most profound words of wisdom and rules for life that my dad lived by. And they're all like playing back in my head over and over and over. And I feel like, you know what? It's so important for there to be great role models. And I feel as though that my dad was a great role model. Not just as a great father, but really just a good, decent human being. A kind human being. Somebody who cared for everybody. Who forgave everybody. This man never had a single enemy that I know of. Ever. This man has never ever spoken ill about anybody. Ever. That to me is insane. It's insane. And that's why I keep on telling you guys that I'm like, I am not worthy. Is because I'm like, man, I'm so flawed compared to him. So imperfect compared to him. But at the same time, it gives me something to drive me to be a better human being. And so he's a great role model. And so I figured that, you know what? One way for me to properly thank him, and one way that I can pass on all the great messages that he's had, that he's been telling me about since childhood, that I'll repeat some of my favorite ones. And hopefully that there are things that some of you will take and make your lives more valuable, more happy, more profound, more impactful. And so yeah, so that's today. That is today. And I just want to take a second again and appreciate every one of you that have sent so many profound messages, kind messages, words of support. Those of you who've gone through the same heartaches, giving me words of advice on how to navigate the storm. I'm indebted to you for that. It's extremely helpful. And that's really the purpose of what I'm doing here with these videos. The fact that our community needs to talk about these things. They need to be able to share their feelings. They need to be able to express themselves emotionally and not care about what anybody thinks. Crying is not weakness. Being emotional is not weakness. Being in tune with your feelings and understanding all aspects of life. Not everything is party, fun, halahul. You know, there are raw parts of life. There are heartbreaking parts of life. And the best way to go through them is through communication. The best way to go through them is with an amazing support of people who care for you, love for you, from friends to family, to even strangers. You know, social media has been incredible during this time. I mean, to be able to get the type of messages from people who've never met me, who've never met my dad, and literally are just basing their kind words, their sincere words, their words of advice and guidance solely because they had seen videos of my dad. That to me is incredible. And anytime that anybody wants to hate on social media, I will point to moments like this that really allowed me to kind of handle this thing as best as possible. And for those of you who'll be joining me today in Miami, love you guys. It's gonna be amazing. We're going to be doing it in our little Bakhcha platform where we spent so many great memories with my dad. And those of you who are going to be joining via the live stream, link is in the bio. We'll be happy to have you. There's going to be slideshows, pictures, videos of my dad and my family, and then I'm going to be speaking. My sister's going to be speaking. We're going to have a couple people speaking. And we're just going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate life the way that he would want to. So thank you. And please, please, if you have any Dil Khori from anybody, call them today and say, hey, you know what, it just wasn't worth it. You know, try to foster broken relationships, try to improve any relationship. I've had some people say that, oh, I wish I had this type of relationship. If your parents are breathing, if they're alive, if they are talking, you have an opportunity on your end at least to try to improve things. And if somebody on the other side is not open to it right now, give them time, but at least you would have been able to rest at ease, knowing that, you know what, I extended an olive branch, I did my part, and I promise you, those seeds that you plant, they will grow eventually. You might not be able to improve a relationship over a day just because you call somebody, but you keep on showing your love, you keep on showing your sincerity, show that you don't have any more hate, and I have a good feeling that things will open up for you all. So much love, much respect. Or